Good morning, everyone. It is New Year's Eve. I know. I'm stretching it a little bit, but it's true. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. I'm just telling everybody that look, Lisa Maria's already here. Good morning, Lisa. Uh-oh. We are having there we go. I thought TikTok was freaking out on me again. And it was, but we've recovered. Good morning, James.
Morning.
So I was telling everybody that it's Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and it's going to be one heck of a great year coming up, man. There is so much happening right now. It's so exciting. Let's see here. Let me get this set up real quick. There we go. All right. Let's see. I don't see Dave. Have we heard from Dave this morning?
Nice.
I talked to him earlier. He's coming.
Dave, bringing up the rear. Dave, Mega Dave. There he is. I hope you heard that. Morning, Dave.
When did we start at 11 o'clock? I don't understand.
Exactly. Welcome to the party, pal.
That's right.
Oh, let's see here. There we go. That's set up. All right. So this whole fraud thing in Minnesota looks like it's spreading to Iowa now. And there is a whole bunch of chatter concerning fraudulent behavior in Iowa and now California. Which state is going to be next, you guys? There it is, Quality Leering Center.
Apparently, it wasn't me in Iowa. James just
I
left.
actually called that number yesterday. It's disconnected.
Yeah, I've heard that some of them have been shut down now. Jeez. Crazy stuff, you guys. And I can only imagine with all that's going on with silver, with all that's going on with JP Morgan making these crazy talks about the validity of blockchain. I think we are going to be poised for one heck of a 2026. At least it sure looks that way to me. What do you think, Alex?
Interesting times for sure, my friend.
Boy, isn't that an understatement? Dave, what do you think? Oh, did we lose Dave? I think we did.
Might have got a phone call.
Oh, maybe that's it. Oh, well, all right. Well, oh, look at this. We got a new screen on TikTok. Huh. Boy, TikTok, buckle up. I'm telling you. All right, well, let's say some good mornings here. Vicky Veronica is here. I Speak 1717 said, woohoo, I'm first. What did I win? You're not first. You're second. You're the first loser, I guess, right? No, I'm kidding. Tracy Vagan's here. Good morning, Tracy. Nutty81. Found you. Boom. Yes. Well, I think that, like I said, there's a whole lot of who knows what going on with TikTok right now. In fact, this screen here. But I don't know what to make of it other than we're just going to keep pushing through and informing everyone and just move along. Sherry from East Tennessee is here. Good morning, Sherry. And as I said, Lisa Maria is here and on time this morning. 1:08. Glad you're here. Sherry said, James, I saw 2 CV-22 Ospreys just flew over my work. Is that
And
unusual?
you're in Kentucky? No, it's not. Not compared to what's going on. CV Ospreys are they take elite forces and drop them inland into combat zones. So they are either training or they're en route going somewhere.
Now, okay, so going back to let's see, would have been 2016 or 15. I was living in downtown Los Angeles in a high-rise building, brand new building in downtown LA. And the U.S. Bank building was literally, I could look out my dining room window and see the U.S. Bank building. Well, one night, I was really deep into some goings on that I was privy to, and I was told to watch the U.S. Bank building that night. So I stayed up all night and watched. And sure enough, this helicopter flies to the US Bank building, a military helicopter, and was literally floating up and down every floor, going around the US Bank building with spotlights. Now, I knew it was coming. That's why I was there, and I was able to video some of it. And then within a day or two, it was when the special forces came into LA. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that, but there was Black Hawk helicopters that came into Wilshire Boulevard, dropped a bunch of guys off. They ran into a building and then ran out with these big boxes. Nobody's ever been able to explain exactly what it was, but I think this was pre-COVID. So there was a lot of talk that there was plutonium there. There was a lot of talk that it was a biological agent, but that was back in 2015 or 16. I don't remember which, but I didn't see Osprey helicopter, but they were Black Hawk helicopters that landed on Wilshire Boulevard in downtown Los Angeles.
Was that during the Trump administration or the Biden or the Obama administration?
It would have been 15 and 16, so it would have been Obama. Yeah. And I think that's really when the storm started. And I remember.
Yeah. Think about that, Q.
Exactly. You know? And I remember it as like it was yesterday. The helicopter in front of the US Bank building, and then I think it was a day later, the Blackhawks landing on Wilshire Boulevard. Yeah, it was crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. But that just sparked my memory from Sherry when she said that. Hey, Kelly Thurman 2 is here. Now, everybody, we're all going to, in one fell swoop, thank Kelly for her wonderful gift packages that she sent to all of us. Kelly, they are wonderful. The cowboy candy was fantastic. The coffee, I think we're all drinking your coffee right now. And I just wanted to give you a public shout out for such generosity and such kindness. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Let's see here. John Gwynn is here. He said Washington State will be on the short list. Exactly. Tim Shaw 707 is here. Good morning, Tim. Mystery Earth is here. Greetings from Germany, Patriots. Ooh, Germany. Wonderful. And I did get your message this morning, Mystery Earth. Dana Mackey's here. Brian. Good morning, Brian. I Speak 1717 said, Lisa Maria pushed me as I was coming in. It wouldn't surprise me. You got to watch her. Towie Bixby's here. Top of the morning to you too, Towie. Benji 1959. Big Ben is here. Wendy's here. Sherry said, I'm just up the street from the National Guard. Ooh, interesting. If you have any pics, send them over to us. David said, invest in steak and lobster. Exactly. Dana Mackey. Tex Gator US said 2016 was Trump. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2015, but I don't even know if I still have the video. But it's something like that. Let's see. Who do we have over here on? Earl Shannon is here. On YouTube, he said, good morning to the fearsome foursome. I love it. Great job, Earl. David Morales is here. Good morning, David. Oh, yeah, we got some trolls over here over on YouTube as well. I'm glad I caught it in time. We won't be reading any of those. All right. Well, let's see. Oh, wait. Let's see. Oh, man, I'm missing a whole bunch of people up here. Hold on, everybody. Martin's WB is here. Magic is here. Lisa Piquel, Sky Dancer as well. Wendy, April Burgess, Crystal Zeski, Allie Mae. Good morning, Allie Mae. Glad you made it. Melissa Flinner is here. Hokey Gigi, JP Metal Slayer, Sassy Minnesota Girl, S&W Farms, Martini Time. Oh, the whole gang's piling in. Love it. And thank you all for the heart me's. Oh, before I forget, so we were doing some research on the whole algorithm with TikTok. If you have the ability to send a heart me during the show, that would be wonderful. And thank you for all the gifts. But the heart me specifically, that, yeah, just right there, which just got popped. There it is again. Apparently it has something to do with the algorithms and breaking us out of where we were. But if you can do it, wonderful. Thank you. Wildlife Fan is here. John Langloy. D said, Sam, Electro stay, they maybe learned something. I'm not sure what that means, D. You might have to give me some more information there. Hunter Czar is here over on YouTube as well. And Relayer56 on YouTube. Oh, Lisa Maria's over on YouTube too. Oh, good. I'm glad you're over there, Lisa. Get them. Just get them. All right.
I got YouTube covered.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I can't really see on the restream feed. I really can't see who's in there and who's not. I can only see the chat. So, and I don't even know how to try to fix that or figure it out. But as long as you're there, Alex, cool. All right. Well, let's see. Let's get some indices here.
Indices. Good morning, everyone, on this fantastic 12/30/2025. God rest his soul. It would be my father's birthday today. Looking at the indices, mixed bag of tricks today. S&P 500 is down 5 points to 6,899. The Dow is down 131 to 48,330. NASDAQ is down 11 to 23,462. Meanwhile, oil is up 4 cents at $58.12 a barrel. Gold is up $41 to $4,384. Silver rallying again, up $5.69 to $76. And
That wasn't me.
I think there's a squirrel in the front.
Exactly. And I think its name isn't Earl the squirrel. It's Dave.
We got to get back up to 80, Dave. Then you can woo-woo. Looking at the crypto markets, little bit of sunshine going on over here today. Bitcoin is up 1.3% to 88,764. XRP is up 0.9% to $1.88. Ethereum is up 1.6% to 2,982. Stellar Lumens, however, is down 2.6% at 21 cents. Cardano down 1.8 at 35 cents.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Alex. Ryan Rogers said, I hope your father is with Jesus Christ. How sweet. Robert McCarsky is here as well. Welcome, Robert. Glad to see you. Let's see. Rick Sr. just popped in. Good morning, Rick. Charlie is here. Good morning, Charlie. PJ Party Peggy is here as well. John Langloy, a wildlife fan. Native San Diego is here. Jody Singleton 8. Pure Blood Holly John said $88, please. Well, it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Sure, at least I think so. Not financial advice, just my opinion. All right, let's see here. Oh, Debbie from the UK just popped in. Hey, Debbie, I'm glad you could make it. Sue B, good morning, Sue B. Lace and Steel just popped in. Good morning, Lace. Glad you could make it. Little Man's here as well. Patriot Gal as well. Oh, my goodness. Everybody's piling in. Love it. All right, Dave, what do we have from farming and agriculture today? Oh, we lose Dave?
Yeah, I've got, no, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. Can you hear me?
Now we can.
I got to travel, do a quick Uber drive up to pick a kid up, but I can give you my corn and soybeans.
There we go.
Corn is down 1 cent. Soybeans are down 1 cent. Wheat is down 1 cent across the board. Cattle is up 0.6%, and hogs are up 0.8%. Pretty quiet on the news side, on the USDA side of it, anyway.
Well, and there's a lot happening with the USDA as well. Really interesting stuff.
Oh yeah. I
All
think
right.
that'll all come after the first of the year.
Exactly. King's Girl 1974 is here. Good morning, King's Girl. I speak 1717 said, Dave is now Tim Walz? No. Well, he's traveling. That's why he's not showing his camera. But at least as far as we know at this point, Indiana Farmers here. Good morning, Indiana. All right, James, what do you have from a military standpoint today?
Well, Sam, I just have to say that you're making my job a little tougher because half of your dispatch includes shit that has to do with the military. So I have to dig like a rat to find out anything that's worth talking about.
If anybody can do it, it'd be you, James.
Well, provided that I'm off the phone quick enough with Dave in the morning so I actually can get on here and do what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, but I do have a good notebook full, so today. But anyway, it's kind of a meager report at best. I tried to throw it together because obviously in the topics that you bring up in your dispatch, I want to have, good content for those. But today we're going to talk about the U.S. Marine Corps. The U.S. Marine Corps is focusing on modernization for Project Dynamics, updated fitness standards, and major exercises like Steel Night 25 and drone tech training in Okinawa. Melania Trump, this is probably the nice side of the Marines, more toys for tots. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
The Marines are training bilaterally with Uruguayan forces on small boat operations and marksmanship. So we're training other countries to be better also. The Marines are also developing a shore-based missile system called Nemesis. Its exercise is called Balakaden 25 for close air support.
Interesting. Very interesting, James. Nice to pull. You did well this morning. Well, you always do well. CG said, CG, also known as Kissing Bandit and Lipstick. Bandit, did you change your username to CG? Is that what that is? Huh. Interesting. Pure Blood Holly John said, Dave's Uber driver is Somalian. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh my word.
Oh, John Langlois.
He's got his mic cut off because he's cursing. You know
I'm
that.
sure, yeah. John Langlois say, that's not Tampon Dave. Trust me.
Oh my!
You guys are all
I'm
over.
glad he's catching the shit today.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, so CG or Kissing Bandit and Lipstick is now CG. Geez, you're gonna have now. I'm gonna have to remember that, Bandit. Jeez. All right. Well, hopefully I'll remember as we go forward. All right. Let's see here. Let's move into some stories. Oh, nice. Good. Thank you, Towie. And also, Charlie sent a Happy Hat 26. I've never seen those before. That was really cool. Happy Hat. All right. So a multi-agency human trafficking operation in San Diego County rescued 19 victims over 3 days from December 10th to December 12th, according to the district attorney's office. And I think this is a perfect example of what is most probably happening all across the country. They're diverting our attention into certain things while other things are taking place. Now, that's just my opinion, but Alex, what do you think?
Well, it's not an opinion. I mean, it's facts. ICE, DHS, this year alone, somewhere between, I think it's quite a disparity here. High numbers around 62,000 plus children rescued in 2025. 62,000 children rescued this year, folks. Let that sink in.
Yep, exactly. James?
Well, this task force that took place actually took place in motels at Chula Vista, National City, and San Diego. 4 men were arrested, including a registered sex offender. They were charged with pimping, pandering, and protective order violations. 6 misdemeanor charges were handed out to people trying to buy sex.
Interesting. Now, Dave, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to chime in here while you're traveling. Is that something you can do?
Yeah, I can, as long as my connection's good, if you can hear me.
Yep, we can hear
I
you.
hear you fine.
Yeah, well, it just kind of shows you how bad the deep state is and what we're fighting. When stuff like that to normal human beings should be top of the news list, and it does not even make your local news.
Right.
I mean, that's what I've talked about. It's just it drives me crazy, like how important this is, and they're not even covering it because they're hiding it, in my opinion.
Exactly. David Morale said, don't make James angry. The isms would break the internet. Exactly.
Just wait. We got some topics that are really hot on my plate.
Oh, I'm sure, James. I am sure. Let's see here. Dana Mackey said Scavino dropping some QComs. Yes. So a few days ago, Scavino posted a whole bunch of fake dogs with one real dog. And you know how many of those fake dogs there were? 17. Then yesterday he posted somebody making popcorn. And it was, a guy fancy, twirling the bucket around and putting butter on it and what have you. Dave's on a roll today. He's not on camera, but boy, he's sure making up for it. But anyway, yeah, you're right. who was it that said that? It was Dana Mackey said, yeah, Scavino, I mean, he's always dropping Q comps, but yes, in the last couple of days, which tells me, are we going to see some people exiting stage left? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but I would not be surprised by any of it. All right, let's move on. So, next up on the hit list, U.S. pending home sales jumped to their highest in 33 months. This is according to Zero Hedge. Home buyer momentum is building. Now, Alex, are we seeing a rise in home sales correlating with silver and the crypto market kind of just being stagnant? What do you think about all that?
It's such a messy, entangled weave of dependencies. I think that we're gonna have to wait and see. Let's get past January into spring. Spring is typically the home buying season, right? And let's see what those numbers look like when we get there.
Yeah, exactly. Pureblood Holly John said, Dave, that's perfect. It's so true. Lace and Steel, thank you for the gifts. My not so poker faces here. Welcome in. I just love this 2026 thing. It's what do you call those things? What do you call?
Kazoo.
No. It's
Kazoo.
the thing that rolls out when you blow it and makes a noise. I don't even know what the hell you call those things, but
Party
it's
popper?
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Not exactly. NC Patriots is here. Tim Shaw 707 said, "Is that AOC getting her bartending certificate?" Exactly.
Her leering paperwork.
Exactly. And there is a Q drop that says learning. And I mean, what are the chances of that? Come on, of course it's part of the plan. James, what do you think about this home sale thing?
Well, lower mortgage rates, slowing price growth, 3.3% home buyer momentum is building. Just wait for January. The expected interest rate between the 27th and the 28th is anywhere from 2.25% to 2.5% that President Trump's been calling for. And when that happens, you think it's kind of crazy right now, it's going to send America just off the charts.
Yeah, I would agree. Dave?
Yeah, it's going to be like pouring gasoline on a fire when the interest rates drops, whatever, at the end of January, I think, is the 28th, I believe. And, of course, what's his name is going to be gone from the Fed if the Fed's still around at that point. Silver is building back up, and I think crypto, in my opinion, will be lighting the fires and kicking the tires after the 1st of January.
Exactly. Spoiler alert, IRS and Fed are gone, just in my opinion.
Yep.
Lace and Steel, thank you for all the gifts. Alex, what do you think?
Again, we're just gonna have to see after January 1 what starts to unfold.
Yeah. Vonnie Darling over on Facebook said someone taught them how to do the scam, probably Ilhan Omar and Governor Walz. It's why Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were unalived, and Senator John Hoffman and his wife were almost unalived. Hitman worked for Walz. I don't think Walz has that kind of intelligence. I mean, I think he may be set up as that, but I don't think that guy could fight his way out of a paper bag when it comes to intelligence. That's just my opinion. I mean, come on, the guy was playing around with horses. I mean, let's be serious about it. Ain't happening. But I see your point, Bonnie. Absolutely.
Around with horses. No.
Yes, I went there. No. Yes, I went there. No. I know.
Is it interesting that Dan Scavino and number 47, neither one have posted anything for 2 days?
I thought Dan Scavino posted the popcorn yesterday, didn't he? Or was that the day before?
Neither one. I'm looking at it right now. Neither one of them have posted for 2 days. Everything says 2 days ago.
Now that's on what platform?
Truth.
On Truth. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
And,
JP.
Truth Social ETF launches today.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. And you know what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow, we're going to bring it up a little bit right now, is Berkshire Hathaway. What's the guy's name now? I'm just drawing a blank.
Buffett.
Warren Buffett is tomorrow or today or tomorrow is his last day. He's retiring. Oh. That has to be significant, I would think. Pure Blood Holly Jen said Truth has been vacant from DJT. Yeah, I guess you're right. Wildlife fan said, I just got an email on that, Alex. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Lisa Maria said Warren Buffett. Yep. What's that?
The ETFs.
Yeah. Oh, and also Lisa Maria said those things that you blow in, but she said she calls them a noisemaker. There's got to be a real name for those things, isn't there? I don't even know what the hell you call them. Party poppers? Is that what you said? Exactly. Exactly.
They're called doot-to-doos.
What's that?
They're called doot-to-doos.
Doot-to-doos. There we go. Exactly. All right. So according to Breitbart, the SBA is cutting off grants to Minnesota after Nick Shirley's reporting on the Somali fraud. Now, we've got Minnesota, Iowa in the crosshairs, California. Who's next? New York, North Carolina? What do you think, James?
Washington State. Somebody mentioned it earlier, and they're spot on. They're investigating $430 million of suspected PPP fraud across the state. And remember when that happened back in COVID, they basically handed those out to anybody that applied. The Small Business Administration will not continue to hand out blank checks to fraudsters, and the SBA will not rest until the cleanup of criminal networks is complete. So they made it easy, and I cautioned people that, oh, hey, it's all available. And I said, well, unless you can prove what you're claiming, they're going to come and find out. And I think that is part of this. 430 million, that's some pretty big change.
Yeah, no kidding. Alex?
California, Colorado, Georgia, Maryland, Florida are all ongoing OIG investigations into PPP, EIL, DL fraud cases. Full-scale audit of the entire program affecting 4,300 participants nationwide. Mandatory financial records submission required by January of 2026. And we talk about General Flynn and local action equals national impact. This young man's effort to get the list of grants and go door to door looking at the grant recipients, I think is something that all of us could be doing in every state. I know that 10 plus years ago, there was a Somali situation at a Walmart in Amarillo, Texas. This is not new. And I'm not picking on that group specifically, but I think in Minnesota, we obviously see that there's a coordinated effort by that group. And we're talking probably hundreds of millions of dollars nationwide that have been squandered.
Yeah, exactly. Sassy Minnesota girl said Somali cartel. Well, I think that's very accurate assessment. Ella Baby said, come to New Jersey, please. Exactly.
Yeah.
So people were trying to say, so that device, whatever that thing is that you call it, they had several people put in here. One, Allie Mae said a kazoo. Now, a kazoo is the little steel thing that you blow on and makes the funny noise.
Tissue paper.
Cindy Hayden, 59, said party whistle. Vicky Veronica said, I have one, but I forgot the name. Well, that doesn't help us very much, Vicky. And let's see. T. Rainey 2 said birthday horn. Okay, somebody's got to find out the name of these things for sure, because now it's bugging me.
Looking now.
Okay. John Gwynn said we need a Nick in every state. Yeah, Nick Shirley, 100%. I agree. My Not So Poker Face said apparently the Somalis have Wyoming on their radar and are planning a takeover. Well, yeah, I mean, I think the takeover already happened. Now I think it's a matter of cleaning it up. And I think a lot of it's been cleaned up and it's just now being released in terms of information. Rick Sr. called him a party horn. A party horn? Allie Mae said it's an Aztec death whistle. I don't think so, Allie Mae. Nice try, though. Oh, my gosh. All right, so Carolyn Levitt said that President Trump concluded a positive call with President Putin concerning Ukraine yesterday. Now, that's kind of been put on the back burner a little bit, especially with all the stuff going on with the Somalians here in the U.S. James, what do you make of it?
Well, as we talked about yesterday, President Trump alluded to the 90 to 95% completion of the peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. So I guess going forward, the part that I'm sure that President Trump and President Putin talked about were the thorny issues that he alluded to, that I spoke of yesterday. So there's a few more irons in the fire to iron out. I'm sure they probably had a glass of cognac and were just laughing and joking as they were visiting, and it came out to be a positive thing. 95%, that's pretty close to a deal.
Yeah, exactly. So what is with you guys changing your usernames? Teresa Freer Contractor is now known as Boss Lady, Mentora, and Builder. You guys just trying to confuse me? Is that what it is? Barb7599 is here. Christy B78 as well. Yeah, you guys are just
they're called squawkers.
Squawkers?
Yes.
I've never heard of that name before.
This kit comes with cone hats, tiaras, gold squawkers, and silver squawkers, and champagne lees. So
Melissa Flinner said the same thing. She said they're called party whistles or squawkers. I never knew that.
Squawkers.
Gosh, that's just crazy.
Now you know.
Yeah,
The rest of the story.
Exactly. I Speak 1717 said, "Why do I hear music?" I don't know, I Speak, but I'm not hearing any music, brother. So you might want to check that out. Maybe see a doctor. I don't know. Let's see. Dave cracking me up with the Gavin Newsom. I leered how to read. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Newsom's going down big. Big. Let's see. Did I get everybody in that, Dave? Did I get you yet? Oh, we might have lost Dave. Well, Dave's traveling today, so we'll come back to Dave on the next one. Next up. So yesterday we spoke quite a bit about NGOs around the country, and Minnesota having 40. Oh, nice. Thank you, Charlie. Minnesota having a little over 40,000 NGOs. And so far the fraud looks to be in the multiple billions. California, New York have 4 times, 5 times, 6 times the amount of NGOs. Well, Elon Musk was in an interview and he said the government-funded non-governmental organizations are one of the biggest sources of fraud in the world. This is a gigantic fraud loophole. Now, they sure are putting a whole lot of spotlight on this. James, what do you make of it?
Well, you have to remember why they came here. Why did they want all these people to come to the United States? They wanted to buy the vote. So you talk about NGOs being the biggest source of scam. It's basically an invitation. You have to think about some of the NGOs that are the largest. To give you a case in point, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Those are huge. But when you have international NGOs that go to all these different states, one's called CARE, one's called Oxfam. You have internet. You're basically inviting them to come do business and come take our money. And it's up until now, it hasn't really been looked at. But like Alex said, in the PPP form, they're going to go through the entire program. There's a lot of recipients that got money. And as these NGOs like Nick here in Minnesota went and found out, they found 500 of them in Washington State alone.
Yeah.
In Seattle, Tacoma, and same exact thing. They have a daycare, they have a learning center, they have Leering Center, excuse me. They have all these things that they're claiming monies on, and there's nobody there.
Right, exactly. Melissa Flinner, thank you for all the gifts. Charlie, Martini Time, LSE.3 is here. Good morning, LSE. Glad you could make it. All right. Oh, let's do sponsor break. So, Trump train coming in. Nice. Thank you, John. Love the Trump trains, man. They just get me so excited. All right. So, sponsor announcements. Mike Lindell with MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use the discount code SAM and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Neil Naturopathic, the only chemical-free, toxin-free hair care products in the market today that I'm aware of. Go to neilnaturopathic.com, use the discount code SAM20 and get 20% off of your order. Dr. Peter Glidden. Dr. Glidden is with us every Friday, like clockwork, talking about health and wellness, true health and wellness. If you go to samshalhoub.com, click on Dr. Glidden's button, it'll take you to his website. He has a vast array of information on health and wellness. If you use the code SAM, you'll get a 30% discount. And if you have kids or for yourself or whoever, take advantage of that. Dr. Glidden is phenomenal when it comes to health and wellness. And then, of course, Best Line Racing, oil and fuel additives. Best Line Perry over at Best Line has, oh, hey, Not a Guru's here. Hey, Not a Guru. Perry has graciously offered all of our followers a 50% discount through the end of the year. So you've only got a couple of days to try it. Go to samshalhoub.com, click on the Best Line Racing button, use the code SAM, and get 50% off of oil and engine additives. Alex, what about meditation today?
I want to go back to Perry real quick. So you guys realize, like he is.
Oh, no. James just got popped. Oh, my gosh. James, I got to remove you. Come back in. James, jeez.
Perry is actually losing money by giving us 50% off until the end of the year. So you guys got until tomorrow to get your order. Get your year's worth of treatments. Honestly, it's a very, very generous thing for him to do for our followers. And link in my bio, Beginner's Guide to a Life-Changing Meditation. You have until tomorrow to order the book to take me up on the offer. If you order the book before the end of the year, I will give you a 1-hour one-on-one lesson on meditation and answer your questions. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Hey, can you bring James back up? I'm assuming he came back in.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Andrea Len 81 said, James getting in trouble again. Boogie B said, James is such a bad boy. That's why you guys love him. I don't know what the heck you did, James. I think they just have your number.
I can talk. I think I know exactly what happened.
What?
It's
Talking
that
about
Walter
about
math outlook is what it is.
What were you saying, James? Because it's what?
it probably had to do with what I had to say about NGOs.
Oh,
And
maybe.
who?
I don't know. That was a long delay, though. I don't know. PJ Party said, what did he do? What he did was he is James. That's why they did it, I'm sure.
Wait, there's two more topics that are probably getting booted again.
Exactly. That's all right. Well, at least we know now. Take you out and bring you back in. The Beach Chair Farmer is here. Good morning, Beach Chair. Christy B78 said, I love James and his antics. We all do. Absolutely. He's got big shoulders. He can take it. All right, let's move on.
Are we done with NGOs?
Oh, did I miss somebody?
No, we went off into sponsors before. Just one quick fun stat. There's 1.5 million in the United States. That's one for every 227 people in this country. There are NGOs. NGOs are, as we all know, non-governmental agencies, which are comprised of 501c and 501c3s. Again, we all need to go dig into the lists in our local communities and find out where that's being spent.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just one more vein that they've corrupted and sucked money off of. It's plain and simple. No different than what Doge did in DC. I think there's more to come.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I agree. Oh, no, I just got another message about James. Okay, I think that was from last time. Sherry's here. Good morning, Sherry. I think I said hi to the Beach Chair Farmer already, but if I didn't, hello. Not a Guru. Thank you for the gifts. Very sweet.
Welcome in.
Cynthia Coon 7 said, James makes America great again. Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, maybe it was your hat. I don't know. Rick Sr. said he voiced his opinion. That's why they did it. CG, also known as Kissing Bandit Lipstick. Thank you for the gift. Not a Guru said, keep it spicy. Well, we have James for that. We're well on our way there. All right, so let's move on. Let's see here. Next up. President Trump said the U.S. will support strikes on Iran if they continue with their ballistic missile program. James?
President Pezeshkian issues a warning on X to the United States, saying or implying a harsh response to our bombardments. The UN nuclear watchdog better keep the eye snot out of their eyes and do a better job of reporting the truth. Because we don't just go in there and do this for nothing. There's evidence, there's intelligence. We respond to that. We've always operated on that in our military history, and we always will.
Yeah, exactly. David Morales over on TikTok said, TikTok is going telepathic on James. Maybe that's what it is. They've got him dialed into his brain activity. Alex?
Biden and Obama gave Iran over $220 billion to research and build these things. Iran nearly had 6 nuclear bombs and ICBMs that would have destroyed a country we don't talk about and 5 cities in the U.S. Democrats are going to take away our fossil fuels so millions would freeze, starve to death. Democrats want to replace us with, well, I'll just stop there. Look, what we're seeing is the age of disclosure. What happens when the truth comes out about how they were able to facilitate what they're doing, and 47 and our great military generals, not the TV generals, as he says, are putting an end to it. And it's about time.
100% I agree. Well, look who's here. Mama Bear just showed up. Mama Bear said, am I invisible? Why do you think you're invisible? This is just the first thing I've seen from you. Maybe you've been posting and I missed it, which wouldn't surprise me at my age. Dave?
Well, it's interesting. I don't think we'll be full disclosure on a lot of stuff. A lot of people will be shocked.
Yeah, exactly. Dana Mackey said the Wiener laptop is getting socialized too. Absolutely. That's a big one. Very good call, Dana. That when that comes out, I mean, my God, I don't know what to expect. But War Clandestine on X, also known as Bioclandestine, posted something yesterday that I responded to, and he basically said, look, we have to make sure that number one, the troops are in place. So when the hammers drop, there's not going to be civil unrest and loss of life. And he said that this is a strategically rolled out military operation, that they're not going to pull the trigger until everything is in place. And I 100% agree with him. I know we get impatient. I know we want things to happen, but I believe the Patriots want to make sure that the loss of life is minimal, if not eliminated. And I think that's partly why it's taking as long as it is. Towie Bixby said silver's at 77.56 right now. What was it at when you made the announcement, Alex?
76 something, I believe.
Oh, so it did go up.
I mean, over the weekend, we bounced off 80. Right now, 76.15. Yep.
76.
Sunday night, you said it's like 82 something. Sunday night.
Let's look at the 5-day rolling average, and it would have been on the 28th. We hit 81.88.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that from what I understand, JP Morgan, Bank of America went from short positions from like 40,000 short positions to 750,000 long positions. So I'm sure that did something to the market to suppress the.
Oh yeah, Monday morning, gold and silver both went.
Yep, something was hinky with that.
What's crazy, if you can see that silver quarter is $14.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
hold on to that quarter because it's going up. Dozer said, I thought it was high when I bought it, $25. Yeah, me too. I bought in between $20 and $30 on silver. Yeah, now it's up there, which is great. Let's see. Towie Bixby said, I use the Glint app. You can buy silver and gold by the dollar and you get a debit card. Huh. I've never heard of that before. Doug Rice 59 said Chinese market is buying silver at $82. Yeah, I think it's higher than that. I thought it was up to 85, but I could be mistaken.
And we talked about that yesterday, Sam, that China is shutting down all exports of their silver, and
January
they mine
1st, right?
60% of the silver in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Pat S. over on YouTube said more like Bank of Un-American. Boy, isn't that the truth, Pat? Isn't that the truth? Pat S. said, if you guys think I'm going to sit here and badmouth Trump, you bullies have another thing coming. Yeah, well, nobody's badmouthing Trump here. You must be talking about the people in the chat. Don't pay attention to them, Pat. Let them spew what they want to spew. The reality is we are pro-Trump here on this channel. End of story.
We're pro-troll because what they don't understand by trolling us is they're helping our algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. Kelly Thurman 2 said, makes me want to go to Mexico and buy some silver. Well, again, I don't think you can get hurt with gold or silver. This is not financial advice. I don't think you can get hurt with Bitcoin or crypto. Certain cryptos. I mean, that's a whole different thing. Oh, and also too, I haven't been announcing lately, but if anybody needs to learn how to buy crypto, go to my website. You can book an appointment directly with me. And if anyone, I have recently switched where I buy my crypto, my Bitcoin specifically. So if anybody wants that link, send me an email, hello@samshalhoub.com, and I'll send you the link and you can use the same company that I'm using. Wendy said, we love the TikTok shop. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Oh, good. Lisa Marie is over there on YouTube taking care of business. Thanks, Lisa. All right, let's move on. Did I get everybody on that last one? I think I did. Okay. Moving on. We have, all right, James, we're coming to you on this one first. Oh, nice. CG, Kissing Bandit, and Lipstick. I keep saying that so I remember, but because it's a crapshoot as to whether I'm going to remember it tomorrow. China said it has started live fire military exercises around Taiwan, hours after announcing a major drills in water and airspace near Taiwan. What do you make of it, James?
Well, first of all, it's a muscle flex. The code name is Justice Mission 2025. It launched missiles, deployed dozens of fighter jets and Navy vessels on the second day of live fire drills, simulating a blockade of self-ruled islands, key ports, assaults on maritime targets. Taipei says they are highly provocative and reckless in their doing.
Yeah.
So it's just a muscle flex. They're saying, hey, look at us. This is what we really got.
Well, and President Trump highlighted the whole thing with China and Taiwan many, many times. Now,
well, they're claiming Taiwan, and that's what they're flexing their muscle for.
Right, exactly. Hey, Mark Matson just showed up. Hey, Mark, glad you could make it. Dave?
Well, and one thing that might have spurred this on a little bit, the Beijing, they launched the 11 days after the U.S. announced a $11.1 billion arms package for Taiwan. So it's just a tug of war, is all it was. Nothing serious in my mind.
Right. Hey, Dobermom's here. Good morning, Dobermom. Alex?
Well, the person that ends up on top of this fight, Taiwan is the major manufacturer. The major manufacturer of all things computer chips, semiconductors. If something as simple as an earthquake over there can drive up the RAM prices as it did, I don't remember how many years ago it was. RAM prices doubled because there was a shortage because the plant that created those RAM chips for computers was damaged and taken offline. So it's certainly saber rattling and geo positioning for we'll have to wait and see for what.
Yeah, exactly. David Morales over on YouTube said January 6th is 1/6/2026. The numbers add up to 17. Is that coincidence? Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens on January 6th. I don't know what to expect at this point. I think that we are looking at significant changes in 2026. I think in a lot of them, oh, Wildlife Fan sent us a swan. How sweet. Thank you, Wildlife Fan. Significant changes in the banking system, significant changes in the political arena. I think we're going to see significant changes around the world, not the least of which is here in America. Now, what that's going to look like, when it's going to happen, your guess is as good as mine, but it's coming. It's absolutely coming.
I agree. 2025 was busy. I think 2026 will be on overdrive and fast.
I think 2025 was the setup for 2026 in many different areas. James, what do you think?
Oh, I 100% agree. Totally waiting for that moonshot. And next week, after the first, Dave and I are going to get together and we're going to go raid all the silver and buy it up around the Davenport Quad Cities area. That's going to be a fun
There
trip.
you go. Hey, Brian, I do see the squirrels. Alex?
Well, you can come, Alex. Yeah, for sure.
When are you guys all going to come out to LA?
I'm still waiting for that information, James, that we talked about while you were here.
Oh, yeah. We can get involved in that.
Our little business opportunity. We'll clue you in offline.
Sam, you got to You got to invite us before. Oh,
we got the Trump train from Wendy. Sorry. Go ahead, James. What was that?
You guys remember the movie Grumpy Old Man? Is it just me?
Oh, Dave had to pop out. He just didn't want to be labeled as a grumpy old man. Oh,
Was that
my
Walter?
gosh. What's that?
Was that Walter? And talking about Walter there for Sam. Hey, so I wanted to show you this picture. This guy had a story on this, and you can see the old silver dollars here, right? He would always tell his banker, "Hey, if you ever get, I always want to buy $50 and dollar coins." Well, his banker called up and said, "Yeah, a guy brought a bunch of old wrapped up coins," and so he sold them at price,
Wow.
not silver price,
Wow.
at price.
Wow. That's a score right there.
You think? So
Jeez.
like chances like that are huge.
You're right. No kidding. Wow.
I went to a bank yesterday, Sam, to try to buy $50 in rolls. Not available.
Really?
So
Interesting.
I said, okay, can I buy a couple rolls of quarters just to, thumb through them? And they said, since you're a non-customer, you can only have 2 rolls.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I gave her the $20, took 2 rolls, came home, talked to Dave while I was doing it, and got a nothing burger. But hey, that's okay.
Well, at least you didn't lose any money, right?
Right.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's move on. So, what we talked a little bit about earlier, this Somali, whatever we want to call it, kerfuffle, is being moved to moving to Ohio, and the U.S. Attorney General there said it's happening in Ohio. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's despicable. Now, I don't know what to make of this in terms of what's coming next, but we know Minnesota's there. We know Ohio is coming now. I think Iowa is on the precipice, not to mention New York and California. Alex, we'd be stacking traders like firewood by now. That's so true. It is so true. The founders, they didn't play around. Anyway, what do you make of this, James?
Well, give me just a second. I had to answer Sassy Minnesota Girl. Anything pre-64. So they come up with more Medicaid fraud. Please note, the previous administration placed these Somalis across the United States. Where they were placed, there is industrial scale fraud. So if they're looking, there's fraud. Where they were placed is where the industrial scale fraud is. Why wouldn't they come here? They live in vulgar conditions in Somalia, below poverty level, and the assistance from the previous administration coerces them to come here, welcome them, place them in homes, give them money, and what they do, put 20 or 30 individuals in a home, they pay off the home, and they're vacuuming up real estate with this fraudulent money that they're getting. It's known, and all of a sudden now, I think the administrations across the country are taking note of this and actually acting.
Yeah.
I think in the end, you're going to see every one of them deported.
Yeah, I agree. Dave?
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats there in Ohio.
Leave it to Dave. Exactly. Alex?
I think there's going to be fraud. There's going to be. It's just another root that they've got their grubby hands on, and in my opinion, a lot of that's going right back to the Democratic Party. And money buys a lot of stuff, including votes and paper ballots. So,
Well, this is truly the age of awakening. And Earl Shannon said, let's hope there will be big changes in the medical field as well. It's happening. Believe me, RFK Jr. is not playing around. We've got the childhood vaccination schedules being reduced almost to nothing. You have food dyes and artificial preservatives being pulled out of our food supply. It's happening in a big way, Earl. And I, for one, am glad to see it. Alex?
So if you type into AI, what do you think will be the biggest revelations in 2026? As we head into 2026, the U.S. is poised for a year of high-stakes disclosure, driven by ongoing investigation, political shifts, and technological disruptions. Number one is the full unsealing and political fallout of files from the guy that didn't kill himself. 2, massive government fraud exposure in aid programs, right? We saw that. And NGOs. 2025 probes revelations of widespread fraud in pandemic era relief programs like the PPP and EIDL. Nonprofit funding could explode. The SBA audits in Minnesota, hundreds of millions in suspicious loans under scrutiny, might uncover ties to organized crime, political kickbacks, even human trafficking networks, with Trump's DOJ, FBI purging targets, corruption at the highest level. Expect unsealed indictments revealing how NGOs and state officials siphoned billions, potentially linking to child exploitation cases, given fragmented data on rescued minors. This could lead to a crackdown on estimated 1.5 million NGOs nationwide, exposing systemic abuse in immigration and social services. That's just the top two. There's more I'll get into as we go.
Okay, excellent. Sassy Minnesota girl and wildlife fan, thank you for all the gifts. So we've got a person over on YouTube that is talking about President Trump being enabling Israel. Now, I think that there are many things going on behind the scenes that people don't realize. So I'm not going to address that specifically, but I think that things are not always as they appear. And I think that will be revealed as we go forward. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Hey, Valerie James made it. Hey, Valerie, glad you could make it. Let's see here. Let's move on. Last story of the day. Eric Doherty over on X said that it's official. President Trump has carried out the United States' first land strike against Venezuelan narco trafficking. President Trump said there was a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats with drugs. So we hit the boats and we hit the implementation area. They're no longer around. James?
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
I figured you were.
So again, this happens to be a drug running company under Maduro called Tren de Aragua. The intelligence the United States gathers show exactly what Venezuela is doing. We can watch them in many different ways, and you gotta think that our intelligence is top shelf. We aren't just sending powdered actuated projectiles to get jollies. While the leftist groups across the
somebody,
globe,
hold on, guest violation warning. Mega Dave's got pulled out this time. Oh my gosh, Dave, you're gonna have to come back in. Sorry, James.
oh, I don't know what he said.
He didn't say anything, I don't think.
While leftist groups across the globe complain, calling our strikes heinous acts of war, they seem to forget that the war on drugs wouldn't be taking place if they weren't procuring them and attempting to ship the drugs all over the world.
Yeah,
And that's a fact.
yeah, exactly. President Trump rooting out at the roots, 100%. Dave, are you back? Well,
Licking his wound.
he's licking his wounds, exactly. Larry 43442 said he coughed. Exactly. They pulled him out because he coughed. Oh my gosh. Boogie B said Israel be last, probably because of all the corruption. Well, yeah, I mean, we're not going to get into that because we got flagged before talking about that particular country. But yeah, there's much more going on there than meets the eye. 100% I agree. Larry said somebody's reporting you all. It could be. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're getting the message out. We are united in where we stand, and I mean everybody here. So Dave's in jail. Exactly. Holy smokes! All right, everybody. So that's it for today. Let's 108,000. Oh, Alex, did I miss you?
And Dave.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We go ahead, Dave. We don't get to talk about Venezuela.
Sorry.
I only got visitor hours for another 3 minutes, guys. So if we can get on my. Well, I tell you what, he's not gonna. There's more to that Venezuela story. Obviously, he's not gonna put up with what's going on. So get after it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Hitesh is here. Hey, Hits, welcome in, brother. John Langlois said, Dave, I've got your commissary. Exactly. Alex?
No conjugal visits.
Oh.
So, Venezuela, look, just like James said, you have to believe that the U.S. intelligence is the best in the world, right? We have to. we have to believe that, given what we've seen happen in the past. And the person that's in control of that intelligence now has our best interest in mind. I think that Venezuela is probably just the first. When we look at other countries that are doing nefarious things, he's spanking ISIS, he's spanking Tren de Agua, he's spanking trafficking rings. This is something that takes time. It takes coordination and very careful thought. He's not just waking up one morning and going, "Oh, which one am I gonna, today?" So we all have to just be patient. But again, how many of these individuals over the course of the last 4 years were allowed to literally walk into our country? Keep your head on a swivel, keep your powder dry, because I don't think we're in a good spot with regards to having everybody rounded up. But come January 1, I think it gets exciting around here. Just saying.
Mike
31st.
Mike Wazowski over on YouTube said, "Hello from MAGA, Florida." Welcome in, Mike. Machete Jake said, "Trump is paving the way for greatness." Absolutely, he is. 100%. 100%, I agree. All right, so that's all we have for today. I'm going to sign off of YouTube, X, Rumble, and Facebook. When we do our dancing, we can't do it over on those platforms, well, specifically YouTube. So we're going to sign off on those platforms now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Hopefully